Hello friends, you're watching Affection Unbound. Real life, real twists. Let's begin the journey. You want to believe what happened when my girlfriend of 3 years texted me, "I need a break to find myself." Then immediately posted desert pics cuddling her tattooed ex in the $42,000 camper I paid for. I said nothing for 11 days, wished her well, then quietly transferred the title, sold the camper for cash, and canceled the storage lot she thought was hers when she rolled back into Phoenix expecting her rolling home to be waiting. The lot was empty and her key fob was worthless. What happened next at 2 a.m. in 118-degree heat still makes people go silent when I tell it. I'm Jake, 34, a structural engineer in Phoenix, Arizona. Last June, everything imploded with one text. Lauren, 31, and I had been together 3 years and 4 months. We didn't live together full-time. She kept her own apartment in Tempe for independence. But she basically lived at my place in Arcadia most weeks. 6 months earlier, I'd done something big for her. Co-signed and fronted the cash for a 2022 Winnebago Revel she'd been obsessed with on Instagram. Price tag after taxes and upgrades, $42,800 out the door. Her credit was wrecked from college loans and some dumb medical bills, so the loan and title went 100% in my name. She Venmo'd me $750 a month toward it and called it hers. I was fine with that. Love makes you stupid. Then came the text on a Wednesday while I was on a job site in Chandler. Lauren, Jake, I love you, but I'm suffocating. I need a real break, no timeline, no pressure. Please don't reach out. I have to find who I am again. I stared at my phone under the brutal sun, sweat dripping, heart sinking. A break. Okay, I've been the cool boyfriend before. I can respect boundaries. I typed back. Take whatever time you need. I'm here if you change your mind. Then I turned my phone face down and went back to checking rebar specs. 2 days later, Friday night, I'm at my buddy's house in Scottsdale, grilling steaks and trying not to think about her. I cave and open Instagram. First story I see, Lauren and Dylan, her on-again, off-again ex from Flagstaff, the one with the man bun and the trust fund grinning in front of that exact Winnebago, somewhere in the California desert. Next story, them wrapped in a blanket, watching the stars. Tagged hashtag back to my roots, hashtag Joshua Tree vibes. The caption on her grid post the next morning. Sometimes you have to lose yourself to find what was missing. I sat there holding a beer I suddenly didn't want. She needed a break, all right, straight into Dylan's sleeping bag in the camper I was still paying the loan on. I didn't text. I didn't call. I didn't blow up her phone like the old Jake would have. Instead, I opened the loan app, confirmed the title was still solely in my name. Arizona is a title state. No lien release needed for a clean sale, and made 2 quiet phone calls Saturday morning. First to a specialty RV lot in Mesa that flips high-end vans. Second to a locksmith buddy who owed me a favor. By Monday, the Revel was on a flatbed headed to the buyer in Colorado who'd already wired a deposit. By Tuesday, the locks on my house were wreck-eyed, and I had a brand new Ring camera watching the driveway. She had 11 more days of finding herself before reality was scheduled to pull up to an empty storage lot in 118-degree Phoenix heat. The next 11 days were the quietest of my life. No begging texts from me, no drunk calls, no how could you scenes on her stories. Just silence. I worked 16-hour days on a hospital build in Gilbert, came home, grilled chicken, watched Diamondbacks games, and slept like a dead man. My buddies kept asking if I was okay. I was more than okay. I was calm in the way you get right before a desert storm finally breaks. Meanwhile, Lauren's Instagram turned into a full-blown boomerang love letter to Dylan. Them climbing rocks at sunrise. Her laughing while he played ukulele inside the Revel. A slow-motion clip of her jumping into his arms at some hidden hot spring. Captioned, "This is what freedom feels like." Every post felt like a middle finger paid for with my credit score. Day 9, she finally noticed I hadn't viewed any of her stories. She posted a black square with white text. When someone can watch you be happy and not say a word, that's how you know it's really over. I screenshotted it, laughed out loud, and kept scrolling. Day 11, 1:47 a.m., my phone finally lit up. Lauren. Hey, just got back into cell range. Flying into Phoenix tomorrow night. Can we talk when I get home? I miss you. I read it, set the phone down, and went back to sleep. She landed at Sky Harbor at 9:12 p.m. the next night. I know because I still had her flight tracker out of habit. At 11:03 p.m., my Ring app pinged. Motion in driveway. There she was under the porch light, sunburned nose, hair in messy braids, dragging a dusty duffel. She looked exhausted and confused when her key didn't work. She tried it 4 times, then started knocking softly, like maybe I was asleep. I waited until she pulled out her phone to call me, then opened the door just wide enough to talk. Her eyes went straight past me looking for the camper that should have been in the driveway. It wasn't there. "Hey," I said, voice flat. "Jake, hi, why isn't my key working?" Already a little edge in her tone, like I was the one inconveniencing her. "I changed the locks." She blinked. "Okay, can I come in? I'm disgusting and I just want to shower and sleep." "No." The single word hung in the hot air. Her face shifted from tired to pissed in half a second. "What the hell, Jake?" "I said I needed a break, not that we were done. You said you needed to find yourself. Looks like you found Dylan instead. Congrats." Her mouth opened, closed. "It wasn't like that. Where's the Revel, Lauren?" That stopped her cold. She glanced at the empty spot where it used to sit, then back at me, eyes narrowing. "What did you do?" Whisper now, almost scared. "I sold it. Title was in my name. Buyer picked it up 9 days ago. Cash deal." She actually took a step back like I'd slapped her. "You sold my camper? Are you insane? Your camper?" I laughed once, sharp. 42 grand, my signature, my loan, my insurance. You put stickers on the fridge and called it yours. I just corrected the paperwork. Her face went white under the sunburn. "I paid you every month." "Yeah, $750 toward a 2 grand payment. You were basically renting my generosity." "Lease is up." She started shaking, phone already out. "I'm calling the cops right now." "Go for it," I said, stepping aside so the Ring camera could see her clear as day. "Tell them your ex sold his own vehicle while you were on a sex vacation with another dude. I'm sure they'll rush right over." That's when the tears started, big and instant. "Jake, please. I made a mistake." I was confused. "Dylan, it didn't mean anything." "I love you. Cool. Tell it to someone who cares." "Good night, Lauren." I shut the door. The deadbolt clicked like a gunshot. She lost it on the porch, screaming my name, pounding, kicking the door so hard the frame rattled. I turned the volume on the TV up and poured a bourbon. That was only the beginning of the meltdown. She stayed on my porch until almost 3 a.m., alternating between hysterical crying and threats. At one point she called her older brother, Matt, who lives in Tucson. I heard his truck roar up around 2:15. He started yelling through the door, calling me every name in the book, threatening to kick the door in. I just texted him the Ring footage with a timestamp and a single line. "Break my door and you on camera committing felony burglary. Your choice." The yelling stopped real fast. By sunrise they were gone. I thought that might be the end of it. It wasn't. Lauren moved into her friend Chelsea's spare room in Ahwatukee and immediately launched the full victim tour. Group chats I was still in started blowing up. Can you believe Jake sold her entire home while she was on a wellness retreat? Wellness retreat. That's what they were calling it now. She left out the part about Dylan's tongue down her throat in every photo. Then came the Venmo requests. $18,000 for my half of the camper. $4,200 for emotional damages. $900 for the stuff I left at your house. I marked them all as spam and blocked her. 2 weeks later, I got a certified letter from some lawyer in Mesa demanding $25,000 or they file suit for breach of oral contract and intentional infliction of emotional distress. I forwarded it to the attorney I keep on retainer for work. His reply letter was 3 pages, included the title, the loan docs, screenshots of her finding herself with Dylan, and a gentle reminder that Arizona doesn't recognize palimony or emotional distress for breakups. It ended with an invoice for his time if they continued. Radio silence after that. The final nail came from the storage lot. Lauren apparently showed up a week after I sold the Revel, demanding they open the gate for her unit. The manager, who I'd already warned, called me laughing. She tried to climb the fence when they refused. Cops were called. She got a trespass warning. I still have the body cam clip the manager sent me. Lauren screaming in cut-off shorts that it was basically kidnapping her house. Last I heard, Dylan ghosted the second she asked if she could park the now non-existent camper behind his parents' place in Flagstaff. Chelsea kicked her out after 2 months of unpaid rent. She's back living with her mom in a 55-plus community in Sun City West. Working part-time at a smoothie bar and still posting quotes about toxic masculinity and people who steal your light. The camper money paid off the loan and left me with enough for a deposit on a new condo in downtown Phoenix. Title in my name only this time. Sometimes late at night I open the Ring app and watch that 2 a.m. clip of her standing in my driveway, realizing the life she thought was hers had literally driven away without her. She wanted a break. I gave her a permanent one. And yeah, watching her learn that actions actually have consequences in real time on a 115-degree Phoenix night with nowhere to sleep, that felt better than any screaming match ever could have.